So the second coming, Kevin Newman II, makes his way to the ring. Of course, with his trainer, the legendary Roy Jones Jr. It's funny, guys, back in 2018, Kevin Newman did an interview where he was asked who his dream opponent would be, and he said either James Toney or a prime Roy Jones Jr. And 2 years after that, Roy Jones Jr. signed on to become his lead trainer. This is the guy who's been under the learning tree of both Floyd Mayweather and Jones now at this point in his career.
When I say I wish I could fight you.
It doesn't get better than that. You know, both of these guys are 32 years old, Corey, but one guy has 5 years experience, the other 13.
All right, we are ready for the action. Let's send it back up to Joe Martinez.
They sold in, they're not coming out, they sold in.
I don't have no change. Well, give me some change.
We're ready to go for our second contest of the prelims, and some weight allowances being made here, guys. This one being fought at cruiserweight. Kevin Newman II, realistically, a super middleweight, if not a middleweight. He fought just above the middleweight limit last time out, but as happens in undercard fights sometimes, you get a little loose with the weight limit.
Somebody's a little undisciplined. I'm willing to guess. Are you willing to guess who it is?
Are you testing my journalistic integrity? Looks like.
For those wondering, Robles is no relation to popular trainer Manny Robles.
Well, unfortunately for Newman, he has to have the tassels cut off, guys. That's heartbreaking.
That's his whole look. That was the vibe. How could they do that?
Oh, man.
Is that a new rule in the commission in
Fighting
New York
over
City?
fashion.
Are no tassels allowed here in New York City?
Well, it's just clashing. It's clashing with everything else, you know?
What?
It doesn't match the ref's outfit. It just doesn't work.
I mean, Hector Camacho had tassels on every portion of his body, I feel like.
Everywhere.
And so did Metal Paez.
He had tassels on his gloves.
Round one underway. Kevin Newman II, one of the proteges of Roy Jones Jr., and in the stance, in the cadence,
Yes, exactly.
You know what Roy's been showing him.
Exactly.
Might not bounce the same without those tassels. I don't know.
No, it just made him lighter. He's faster now. Look, he holds his hands exactly the way Roy Jones does.
Saw Newman scoring an 8-round unanimous decision over Kilito Madera in August of last year on the Jake Paul-Nate Diaz undercard.
So did Jean Pascal and Chris Eubank Jr. when training with Roy. They all were emulating him.
No, but I think this was a style that Newman had for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just perfecting it with working with Roy.
And Newman's talked about getting connected with Roy Jones Jr. and how Roy basically broke him down to his parts and rebuilt him as a fighter. So you do see, even though I think you're right, Brock, it was a style that he was probably toying with, he was completely rebuilt and molded in the palms of Roy Jones Jr.
Well, we're working with a 4-fight win streak, so let's see.